After the fall of ancient Rome, Europe wallowed in centuries of relative darkness. There was little learning, commerce, or travel. Then, in about 1400, here in Florence, there was a Renaissance. This exciting rebirth of the cultures of ancient Greece and Rome swept from here all across Europe.
In architecture, the Renaissance brought a return to the balanced domes, columns, and arches of the ancient world. In painting, it revived realism and emotion. Artists rediscovered the wonder of nature and the human body. Portraying beautiful people in harmonious surroundings, they expressed the optimism and confidence of this new age.
The suddenly perky Western civilization made up for lost centuries with huge gains in science, economics, and art. Florence was the center of it all, and for good reason. This is where capitalism was replacing feudalism. Being the middleman of trade between East and West, the city had money, and it knew what to do with it.
Wealthy merchant and banking families, like the Medici, who ruled Florence for generations, showed their civic pride by commissioning splendid art. And Florence, recognizing and paying creative genius like no one else, unleashed an explosion of innovation.
The Renaissance was an age of humanism. It was a time of confidence when people worked hard, business was respectable, and excellence was rewarded. The church no longer put a ceiling on learning, and the great pre-Christian thinkers like Plato and Aristotle were back in vogue.
In about 1400, with the advent of the Renaissance, man, now alert, begins to stand on his own, moving out of the shadow of the church. This David, by the early Renaissance Florentine sculptor Donatello, is one of the first freestanding male nudes sculpted in Europe in 1,000 years. It's art for art's sake, adorning not a church, but a rich man's courtyard. While the formal subject is still biblical, David slaying the giant, Goliath's severed head is at David's feet, truth be told, it's a classical nude, a celebration of the human body. A generation before, this would have been shocking. But with the Renaissance, it's art.